I want to do a quick video about the yellow truck, and specifically underneath the yellow truck. Now, first thing I'll show you, got a 2-inch ball, and then I got this Illinois 1974 license plate. Picked that up at a thrift store, well, a place called Urban Artifacts downtown Peoria. They just happened to have a 1974 plate. So yeah, looks good. Unfortunately, I kind of hit the little thing with the trailer on here and ripped a hole in it, which kind of sucks. And that's the first thing I want to say. That's kind of cool. So you got trailer wiring and stuff, and then you gotta look at this. This bumper right here. Now it says, I think Calfe GMC Pontiac, and this is it's Cape GMC Pontiac at Cape Carlington, whatever the hell it was, Missouri. This is not the original bumper that went on the truck, obviously. You can see it's seen better days, but I want to save this bumper because this is the dealership that the truck was bought from. Because this truck, it was put on by them. Because as you can see, there's a license plate holder and a license plate light. So this truck didn't originally come with a bumper, which is interesting. Just thought I'd point that out. Now you can see right here where I've done a kind of crappy job installing trailer wiring. But well, I had to haul a trailer with this thing. And when you keep just looking underneath, you realize how clean this truck really is. I mean, it's been greased, it's been kept up, and I've greased it too. You see, the leaf springs look really good, the shackle mounts, underside of the truck. These brake lines are the original brake lines, and they're perfect. I've never had a problem. Look at that. Look at how perfect that is. This is a lot of the reason I bought this truck. It's just because how nice it is. Now, I'm going to say these shocks, I think they're actually, well, they're probably not the original ones, but I think they're really bad. I've never replaced them. But whatever. See the rear end? Bit of a leak from the bottom. Everything's leaking on this thing, obviously. Like, all the bolts are in nice shape. You look at the bed bolts. It's just not rusty. It's really nice. And I'll just keep moving on, because those brake lines are amazing. Never had any problems with brake lines on this truck. You see the drive shaft. Drive shaft is in good shape, except there's a bit of a dent. I don't know if I can find it. There's a bit of a dent in the drive shaft. I do have some drive line vibration, but I don't think that's because of that dent. Yeah, a bit dinged up around here. This is when I had the rear U joint blow out on me, and it went on the driveway or on the road. Now I'll show you the front of the drive shaft. Now I've been having a drive line vibration problem, and I think I just figured out why. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, this U joint is sort of destroyed, which sucks, and probably need a new center bearing, which that'll be fine. Now look at this gas tank. Did a surface scale on it. I've never had to touch this fuel system before, ever. And look at this sort of deal right here. Those fuel lines and stuff, factory hose clamps and stuff, factory rubber line, which is amazing. All that stuff, never been touched. You can see the gas tank, no junk in the gas tank. Doesn't have a rust hole like the gas tank for my Suburban black truck and the other black truck. So there's 80, and then that one that had a rust hole in it, though it sat for 10 years. The other black truck, it wasn't really a rust hole. It was just rusty near the seam. So if you put more than half a tank, it would leak. I did fix that. But you know why these haven't rusted? This hasn't rusted out like those. It's because it doesn't have that plastic skid guard, and junk just collects down there and just rusts the hole in the bottom of the tank. Suburban, there's a whole dead nuts in the bottom of the tank. And it got really bad at some point. So that wasn't a really fixable tank. But this tank is just perfect. If I ever do like a frame off restoration, that tank's being kept. See, got the e-brake cables are all fine. I could use body mounts. Yeah, that's falling apart. I should do all the body mounts on this thing at some point. Now, I'll bring you a bit closer up towards the transmission. Actually, I'll show you the exhaust. Had a guy build me this exhaust. Cokel's Muffler Bay, Princeville, Illinois. Great guy, great prices. He built me a whole exhaust. There's a glass pack. It goes all the way from the manifold back, and it looks really good. And there's mounts. Just did a great job. So, if any Cokel's Muffler Bay, Princeville, Illinois, great guy. Good prices. Here's the transmission, a little Saginaw 3-speed, same transmission I've had in the truck forever. Look at those fuel lines, don't those look awesome? Yeah, it just goes in the gear and it shifts, and I don't have any real problems with it. No plays in the ball joints or front suspension. Literally, there's no problems with the suspension, except maybe I need to put shocks on this thing. That's literally it. The alignment is pretty much perfect. I actually brought this thing to get aligned once because I was thinking I might as well after I put the new tires on. And the guy said he checked it out, and he just said, you know what, this doesn't really need to be aligned. So basically, yeah, and I ended up not having it aligned and saving a bunch of money. So I'll move up. Transmission's all nice. Just you can see how nice the frame is. Like I said, if I were to do a frame off restoration on this truck, it would be actually like pretty easy if I got all the body panels and stuff. Transmission's all nice and pretty. Now, this is something I did that was a regrettable choice. You can see I hacked a big chunk out of the bell housing. Well, when I put the engine in, I found out my starter from the engine wouldn't fit, and I was thinking it's a 168 tooth flywheel, turns out, but I was thinking it was the bell housing at first. So I got really pissed off because this was my only car at the time that would sort of run, and I didn't want to push start it every time I started it, so I ended up pulling the angle grinder out and just cut in a big fucking chunk off the bell housing. Not the best choice on my part. Not a really good choice at all. I might weld that back, and I might just get a new bell housing at one point. But I ended up getting a starter for the fit on it. The thing is, a mini starter would fit perfectly on it, but with the 2-bolt mini starters, because you could change them between 168 and the other type of flywheel, but there's only one bolt that lines up, so the starter's held in with only one bolt. I got it shimmed and stuff, so it does start, but it just doesn't start very well. It makes a bit of noise. And only one bolt's holding in, but I put a bunch of thread locker and torqued the hell out of it, and it's not come loose at all. I'll show you the body mount over here. That's not that bad, but right here is kind of effed up. I guess like the sort of frame support, or the floor support is gone, and this floor is kind of gone. And I'll just go up, or is that upside down? Okay, I'll just show you that too. Yeah, how the inner rocker and all that is just rusted out. Yeah, it's an Illinois truck. It's a rusty piece of shit, but it's a drivable piece of shit. I'm gonna get this body done. Once I have this thing better drivable, I'm gonna get the body done, because I still want to replace the motor and rebuild it. Or I was thinking of rebuilding the other one, but I'm realizing that this one is pretty good. I thought it was had rod knock. It might have a bit of rod knock. I don't know. I might have to do the bottom end, but it's a rebuildable motor. It doesn't have that big of a lip or anything on the. I could basically hone it out and put standard rings and rings and bearings and stuff in it, and that'd be pretty much rebuilt for it. So I think I might just, well, rebuild this motor at some point. Not now. I'm gonna go on power tour first. But before I go on power tour, replace that U-joint, center bearing. I might not have to replace the center bearing, but I'll do it anyways. Clean it out. Give it a bit of a Comet wash. If you don't know what that is, it's sort of like whatever. I'll just give it a bit of a, and then sort of linseed. Just try and make it look kind of shiny again, and then I'll drive it. Also, I might try to do something about the advance, but I got a feeling I'm going to be running without advance, and I might just lock out the timing at a higher, at a more advanced state, so I don't, so it runs better. It might not be very good idling, but on the interstate it'll be fine. It seems to go down fine though, regardless, but I won't get that good of gas mileage. Anyways, I got some shit to do, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching.